Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Hot Tag. I'm John the Madness Thompson, and this, as ever, is my tag team partner.
And I am Jake Ward, and of course, WrestleMania season is upon us. And our man, The Undertaker, is going into the Hall of Fame. But as we've known with The Undertaker, there is always one more moment. And that's what we are going to do. We are going to book The Undertaker at WrestleMania. I tell you what, because something will happen. That's just the way it's going to go. Madness. With everything that's going on, do you see Undertaker appearing at WrestleMania 38?
Look, we know he's the headliner as far as the Hall of Fame goes, right? He's going to be the main focus. I don't think they've even announced anybody yet that's also going in. So who knows what they're going to do with that. But if he doesn't show up at some time in the show, I would be shocked. And I hope that they actually use him. Now, I'm not talking about a match. I think Undertaker has done what he needs to do. He left on a good note. He had his last match, you know, maybe not the perfect match, but it was decent. So what do they do with them? What do they do with Taker? And I kind of look at, okay, what's going on in this card so far? And there has been a lot of hype and a lot of rumors about not only McMahon having a match, but also Stone Cold Steve Austin having a match. Now, I don't think that's going to be a real match either. Now, so let me tell you what I'm doing with The Undertaker. And this is going to have to be taken with a gigantic grain of salt. We're going to see McMahon versus Austin. Okay? It's going to be a callback. It's going to be for guys like us who were watching in the late 90s when they were having their heyday. But it's not going to be a real match. Okay? Stone Cold will be out there. He'll be in the gear. He'll be looking good, I'm sure. McMahon will come out, but he's going to throw a wrinkle into things. He's going to be bringing other guys out to fight in his place. He's going to put all sorts of stipulations. He's going to have Austin with one hand tied behind his back. It'll go on and it'll go on and it'll go on. Eventually, Stone Cold, he'll get a little action, but then he'll get beat down. And McMahon will be in there, and he's going to have a couple of his goons pick up Austin. Austin's going to be just laying there dead, and McMahon's going to pull down the old trousers, because Stone Cold's going to have to kiss my ass one last time. But just as Austin's lips are going towards that 75-year-old geriatric posterior, gong, boom, here comes The Undertaker. Lights go down, lights come up, Austin is gone, Taker is in his place, boom, McMahon, choke slam. That's the only bump, maybe one or two bumps for McMahon. He takes the choke slam bump. McMahon is out in the ring. Stone Cold gets back in. Boom, we celebrate with beers. Just as we go off, McMahon gets back up. He stumbles around. Austin goes to shake his hand to make up with McMahon for one more time. Sorry, boss. Kick in the balls. Boom, Stone Cold Stunner. We're out. That's how I want to use The Undertaker.
I am definitely smelling what you are cooking. Now, that is a great way to book The Undertaker. And anytime you are getting beers thrown and you're smashing them together and you're filling the ring full of Stone Cold Stunners, you've won this guy over. That is for sure. I'm going to take the revenge route if I'm booking him. I'm taking the revenge route. So we've got a big WrestleMania, and throughout the whole WrestleMania, a bit like WrestleMania 34. Is The Undertaker here? Is The Undertaker here? You know, John Cena waiting in the crowd with the popcorn and, you know, is he here? Is he here? Suddenly we're into our main event. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. And they are beating the stink out of each other. And then they're both sitting there and they're absolutely knackered. And then, of course, once again, that famous lights dim. You get the gong. It's happening. Now, as Undertaker is walking to the ring, you're thinking, one, why is he here? But think of the two people that's in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
The two people that are the only two that have beaten Undertaker at WrestleMania.
I like that hook.
So, of course, he comes in and he looks, and they're both just standing there. And he looks at Brock Lesnar, and Brock's looking all worried. And then he turns and he grabs Roman Reigns. And he lifts him up and he gives a big choke slam. Because we know he was trying to symbolize retirement. And he was saying, you know, Roman was saying it's his yard now after that WrestleMania rubbish. And then Brock's there laughing. He's got that, that awesome smile. And then it's the sharp turn. It's the sharp turn. And he looks and he choke slams Brock Lesnar as well and puts them both out and just walks away. Now, I'm not sure what to do with the finish after that, but I just think him coming out and choke slamming them both because they both beat him at WrestleMania, I think would just be just a fun idea. Does it make sense? Probably not. Would it be fun? And would I pop out of my chair?
Yes.
Absolutely.
100%. WWE, you got to do something, boys. You got to do something. Let us know, how would you guys book The Undertaker at this year's WrestleMania? Would you put him in a match? Would you have him make a guest appearance? Or should he stick just to the Hall of Fame? Let us know down in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, guys. We'll see you next time on the Hot Take.